It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over some of the best budget cards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Obviously, diamonds and all Amis. That's basically all we have here. And I will say I went up to like 35,000 MT. So like Diamond Bron was basically my limit where I was like, okay, Diamond LeBron is a little bit too much, in my opinion, to be considered in, that budget type of card. But, we do have a lot of budget options on this list, despite LeBron maybe not making the cut. Now, Alex Caruso, we're just going to start it off here, man. Make sure to smash that subscribe button if you are new. Alex Caruso is an S-tier budget baller in my team. One of my top, you watch my point guard list, I don't want to ruin it, but he made my point guard list in the top 10. I'm loving Alex Caruso. Yes, I get it if you think his release might be that little bit on the slower side of things, but his defense is good. His dribbling is fire. He can do everything on the court. Caruso definitely is S tier. Anthony Simons, when you look at everybody on this list, I feel like he's above average. He's not bad at all, especially for a card who's going to be a little bit less pricey. For example, if you go and look at the price of Anthony Simons right now, you're going to get a card for like 3,000 MT, whereas Caruso's 20,000 MT. So they're way different. Simons, the most underrated aspect of this card is going to be his defense. He's got 74 interior, decent block, decent player model, player build. I don't necessarily love his release. I think it's on the slower side of things, but he can dunk on anybody and everybody. Anthony Simons might be one of the most underrated cards that we got in the content drop. Yes, I 100% agree. He's not as good as Alex Caruso, but he is really, really solid in my team. Latrell Sprewell, another S-tier calibers player. Now, I didn't mean to put it at, like this where, it would be top heavy at the start of this list. But Latrell is him in my team. Great interior perimeter, great speed, lateral quickness, dunking is there. Release might be on, it's an average, I would say, release at that shooting guard position. People in competitive my team still run Latrell Sprewell. And I feel like that should mean something, right? Still running Latrell Sprewell at this point of my team, in my opinion, is kind of crazy. Now, again, you guys can have your own opinions on that, but I think it's just crazy that people are running Latrell Sprewell still to this day, considering he came out on October 11th as a diamond. That just shows how good he is and how much longevity he has and probably will have in my team. Diamond Dwyane Wade. Now, the question might be, Ty, why is Diamond Dwyane Wade on this list? Well, I looked at Wade today and I thought, wow, this card is not bad. Now, is he nearly as good as Alex Caruso? No. Is he better than Anthony Simons? I think so. I think that's where I have to be on Dwyane Wade. Now, if you want to say Anthony Simons is better, what I would say is this. That's okay with me as long as you're willing to admit that, okay, the three ball matters a ton to you. Because defensively, Wade's probably going to be better. He's got a better player model, player build. I think, I'm going to put Wade ahead of Anthony Simons at A tier. DeAndre Jordan at this point in my team, I'm still going to put him at B tier. Again, we got a lot of the Amis later on this list. So DeAndre Jordan, if you are okay with using an inside big right now in my team, you can use him as an inside big and be fine with it, right? Decent speed, lateral quickness, great defensive badges. I've seen DeAndre Jordan even used in competitive type settings, and he did just fine. Is he going to be the most flashy player? No. Is he going to get the job done? Absolutely. DeAndre Jordan is him in my team. Next up, guys, we got Bob McAdoo. Now, Bob McAdoo is an interesting card because compare him to DeAndre Jordan, he's going to do a lot of things better. Although DeAndre Jordan does have the height advantage, has some of those things. For me, though, I'm going DeAndre Jordan ahead of Bob McAdoo. Why? It's just because he's taller. DeAndre Jordan's not going to go for mashing. Bob McAdoo probably would. He's only 6'9". He's hard to play the power forward position because he can't shoot the ball that well. I think that's the hard part about Bob McAdoo. I want to be higher on him than I am. I just don't think he is that next level of good. Danny Green up next, and I'm probably going to put Danny Green in C tier as well. Danny Green had his time in my team, right? He did. For a time, he was really solid, and he's still not bad. To me, the only holdup is he can't really attack the rim, which is important, and he can't really make plays. He's a 3-and-D guy in my team. And, his release is good. Yes, he's getting green shots, but that's really all Danny Green can do for you. LaMarcus Aldridge up next. Aldridge is a card I tried on my no money spent, and I mean, granted I didn't green with him, and maybe if I had greened with him, maybe I'd have liked the card more. I just was not that high on LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, I'm going to put him at the same tier as DeAndre Jordan because I like his potential. It just didn't come to fruition for him on my specific no money spent. Now, for you guys, hopefully he works out, and hopefully you guys can move and groove with the card and absolutely hoop with him. But for me, it just didn't work out. That's all there is to it. Steph Curry up next. I'm throwing him at B tier as well. I think a guy like Dwyane Wade has that advantage over him. Steph Curry had his time for me on my no money spent. He carried me in basically all of season 1 of my team. The problem with Steph Curry's Amethyst card is the fact that he's going to play basically absolutely no defense for you. Now again, if you care about offense or as far as an offline grind card, Steph Curry is it. So like for me, when I go into co-op with, let's say, some of my guys, they just get on gold cards. I just go get on Steph Curry and they can just stand around. Steph Curry carries me through co-op offline, and he is literally him in my team. Theo Ratliff. I know some people love this card. I just don't see it, man. I can't even spell his name right. Theo Ratliff here, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan. To me, it's a battle. Him or DeAndre Jordan? Well, it's tough because I've had more success with DeAndre Jordan. Now, when you compare the cards side by side, I think Theo Ratliff might have the slight advantage. So it's really hard for me to have DeAndre Jordan in B tier and Theo Ratliff in C tier. I'm going to put Theo Ratliff in C tier, and I'm also going to move DeAndre Jordan down. I think LaMarcus Aldridge is better than him. It's that simple. And if Bob McAdoo is going to be at C tier, these guys got in DeAndre Jordan, Theo Ratliff got to be at C tier as well. Nicholas Batum up next. Is he D tier or is that slandering him too much? I don't know. Here's the deal. Stat badge wise for Nicholas Batum, he's incredible. The problem is his release is so slow. And some people are going to say, Ty, I like Batum's release. Okay, that's fine. If you like his release, you can use him, have fun with him. It's just so slow in my team. That's all there is to it. It is so slow in my team. I tried him on a no money spent. I didn't hate him. He was okay for me. It's just I don't like using him if I don't have to because his release is that extra bit slow. Sean Livingston up next. Look, if you want a point guard that is not going to go for mashing, Sean Livingston might be for you. Now, specific to Sean Livingston, his release isn't bad. And if you do give him Monty Williams, he's got that +5 3 ball. He's a point guard that if you're struggling with getting mashed, that could maybe hold it down for you. Because although he's not going to be the best perimeter defender, if you put him on a guy, I'm just going to throw out a random name. If you put him on a guy like Ron Artest, I think he's going to be just fine. And so Sean Livingston, a lot of people don't run him right now, but I wouldn't have any problems running Sean Livingston right now in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Tyson Chandler up next. I'm throwing him at B tier ahead of DeAndre Jordan. Now, this is me in my opinion. Do I wish Tyson Chandler maybe rebounded the ball better for me? Yes. Okay, that's the one thing. As base card only has silver rebound chaser, but he's 7'1". He's got great interior. He can hold it down for you with literally, compare him to anybody. Tyson Chandler, as far as an interior center, can hold it down for you. I might have to eventually shift my list down with a lot of these players still remaining. But right now, I'm putting Tyson Chandler at B tier. Marcus Smart, I'm going to throw at C tier right now. I feel like that might be too low for him. Because here's the deal. You compare Marcus Smart to Anthony Simons. They're complete opposites, right? Anthony's going to be way better offensively driving dunk. Marcus Smart is a little better defensively. So it's hard. Who is better? I think it's close. I'm going to throw Marcus Smart into B tier. I can't have Steph Curry in B tier and not have Marcus Smart. You know what I'm saying? They're just complete opposites. For Marcus Smart, as far as on the defensive end of the court, he is one of the best point guard defensive players in the entire game. That's what Marcus Smart brings to the table for you. Bol up next. Everybody loves Bol. I mean, people are even telling me to get him for my no money spent and run him. For me, though, it's like, okay, I mean, can he get me a stop on the interior? I don't know. Okay, I doubt it. I feel like he's just going to get babied. But maybe I try like running Sean Kemp with him and Bol with him and then put Sean Kemp on the center. I don't know. I'm going to put Bol at B tier, though, because a lot of people have been hyping him up. And even as far as my team limited is concerned, everybody's been hyping up running Bol. So maybe I just need to join the party on Amethyst Bol. Kawhi Leonard up next. We're going to go C tier. I'm going to move some people around. Okay, I'm going to go Batum there. I'm going to go Danny Green, Kawhi here. Now, look. Kawhi is not bad. I can't put Kawhi lower. He's going to hold it down for you. He's kind of Yeah, he's going to hold it down. Kawhi is not bad. I know I was about to put him low. His speed is way too low, in my opinion, for him to be your primary on-ball defender. But outside of that, Kawhi Leonard's going to be him in my team. He's going to knock down open shots, do what you need him to do. He's definitely a C-tier caliber player. D-tier caliber player is Robert Horry. Now, I know he's going to be chick in the catch and shoot. But we've got to talk about Robert Horry being a one-trick pony because Robert Horry being a one-trick pony because he is. Defensively, he is mediocre at best. I know his player build is good. Offensively, can't dribble, can't driving dunk. He really doesn't give you much else as far as, besides really a catch and shoot guy shooting the ball. I'm going to move Theo Ratliff down. Going to move Tyson Chandler down. Let's see. I think I like this a little bit more. Again, it's just kind of hard because I got a lot of players at B tier. But it's hard to separate them unless I maybe go Marcus Smart and Steph Curry down. Maybe like that. I don't know. That's where I'm going to go right now, but I really don't know. JJ Redick up next. As far as a shooting guard, I think he is C tier. I know he's a little bit on that small side of things, but here's what he's going to give you, okay? 25 gold badges, 97 3-ball, great speed, decent lateral quickness. I know his defense on the interior is not great, but his release is fine. His driving dunk is good. I think you got to put him at C tier. When I've used JJ Redick to grind XP and stuff, he hasn't been all that bad. And so for me, I'm going to put him at C tier and leave him there. Maybe the surprise of the list, Franz Wagner. Talk about a card that can hoop at any level in my team. It's him right here. Tell me, when you give him Monty Williams, what can this card not do? He's got a great release, a 93 3-ball, 85 driving dunk. He can handle the ball, 89 speed, 85 lateral quickness, decent interior, perimeter solid. What can this card not do? Now, people aren't running him because he's an Amethyst, but there's a reason I'm running him on my nobody spent. I love Franz Wagner, an A-tier player in my team. Josh Giddey up next, and I know there's going to be some people that might disagree with where I put Josh Giddey. This card is a garbage man. I know there's going to be some people that hate it. He's a garbage man. He's 6'8". He doesn't play any defense. Offensively, he's okay, whatever. He's F tier. And you guys can cry too. Josh Giddey is not good in my team. Another S tier card is Lance Stephenson. Now, you guys might be wondering, Ty, why is this our first budget tier list? It's the first one I can do, really, because we finally got some good budget cards in my team. Lance can shoot, great speed, good lateral quickness, interior perimeter is incredible, playmaking solid. You're going to see this card ran on the best squad in the game. I mean, some people are, not for me, but some people would have him. You give him unpluckable quick first step, this card can do no wrong. At first, I didn't know if I loved his release, but as times went on, it's just fine in my team. Now, LeBron, to me, is still an A-tier player. You guys can disagree if you want. A lot of people are, but the one thing you got to know with LeBron James is he has the LeBron James player model. And I can't stress that enough. His player model is absolutely elite. He's going to be able to shoot really solid. To me, he's the same tier as Franz Wagner. It's between them for who makes my no money spent squad. And honestly, I wish I could run them both. I don't think it's, it's doable for me right now, but I am a big fan of both Franz Wagner and King James. Meta World Peace up next. Now, Amethyst Meta World Peace. Look, the card is okay. His 3-ball is a little low for my liking. Can't driving dunk. Ball handle is bad. His release is good, but his 3-ball is just too low. Defensively, I know he's solid. I'm going to have to go C tier with him. I wish his 3-ball was a little bit higher. We'll talk about that with the Diamond Ron Artest. Meta World Peace can still hold it down for you guys. Diamond RJ Barrett up next. And the question is he S tier, right? Is he comparable to a guy like Lance Stephenson? I think he is, although I do think Lance Stephenson is better, okay? Because I think he's more comparable to these guys at S tier than A tier. RJ Barrett, again, on the higher side of this budget baller list, but definitely S tier. I mean, you look up and down the card, he's just a overall solid player in my team. Diamond Ron Artest up next. Now, here's the hard part, right? And I'm going to talk about this for a little while. Diamond Ron Artest compared to RJ Barrett, okay? On the good side of things, Ron Artest's release is better. His defense is better. He's got, maybe a little bit better player model. Neither of them are great. Defensively, should be a better card. RJ Barrett offensively should be the better card. I think, all I've got to do, just move Ron Artest Diamond to that S tier of budget ballers. The dude is absolutely incredible, especially with the release that he does have. Ruben Patterson up next. I think you're looking at an A tier card with Ruben Patterson. I've used this card and I've had a lot of success with him. And honestly, you could argue this card being better than Ron Artest diamond card. Now, I need more of a full picture to really say this, because right now I'm thinking Ron Artest is better, but I think it's close, right? I prefer Ron's release. I think just overall he's a little bit better, but Ruben Patterson is really, really good in my team. Scary Terry up next. And look, I'm not in love with Terry Rozier, and if you're wondering why, well, his interior block is low. He's just kind of another version of like an Amethyst Steph Curry, where he's going to do some things really well for you, but I don't think the card is all that great in my team right now. Last but certainly not least, we got Diamond Will Chamberlain. I'm going to throw him an A tier. I like Will Chamberlain as far as a player, and he's not super expensive. At least I got mine for what, like 35, 40K yesterday. But he's just not that S tier. We don't have an S tier budget center, in my opinion, or even power forward really yet in my team. So that's kind of the tough part about making this list, right? It's, it's not really that top heavy, but you're going to have the Wilt Chamberlain, who is playing right now on my No Money Spent squad, but I don't even think he is an S tier budget player in my team. Remember, guys, this isn't really that proportional. It's not super bad. If I move some players up, some down, it would be a little bit better. But right now, guys, it's tough for budget ballers. All I can say is the drop we got last Friday really changed the game. The Nightmare Packs for budget ballers really changed the game. So let me know who I left off this list that should have been included, because I'm sure there's going to be some. Let me know who I was too high on, too low on, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.